What's up, Anime Ball Z fans? Ray here with another episode of What's New Japan. What is What's New Japan, I hear you asking? Well, I don't actually hear you asking it, but I assume you're asking it. What's New Japan is where I find out what anime is coming out in Japan over the period of September to November of this year. I tell you about what anime I find, and hopefully that anime, when it gets an English release, you will definitely check it out. Somehow, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get started. First anime I have for you on my list this week is an anime called Battle Spirits Sword Eyes. It's an anime based on a card game that I've heard absolutely nothing about, and it looks like it's popped up overnight, basically. It's set 14 years after Atlantia, the largest country in the world of Legendaria, was torn apart by riots. And the protagonist is a young man named Tsurugi Tatawaki, who was secreted away from the chaos at a young age. Oblivious to his true birthplace, Tsurugi grows up as a spirited boy in the neighboring rocky land of Pacifist. Let's just call it Pacifist. One day, Tsurugi suddenly comes across the Shining Sword. Wow. A real original name there. And his grand adventure begins after he finds this sword. What happens during his adventure? What kind of foes will he have to face? Will he triumph over evil to save the day and possibly a princess? You'll have to wait and find out by watching the anime. Next up on my list is an anime called Kamisama Kiss. It follows the story of Nanami Momozuno, who's alone and homeless after her dad skips town to evade his gambling debts, and the debt collectors kick her out of her apartment. Just when she thinks that all hope is lost and she'll never find anywhere to fit in, a man that she saves from a dog offers her his home, and she jumps at the opportunity. But it turns out that his place is a shrine, and she's unwittingly taken over his job as the local deity. Now, Nanami has all kind of new responsibilities that she doesn't understand, dangers that she's aware of, and a cranky ex-familiar who's actually pretty hot, and also has dog ears. What is a new fledgling godling to do? Who knows? You'll have to watch and find out. I will actually highly recommend this series. I read the manga a couple of years ago. It's a bit girly, I will admit. It's a bit girly, but it is really, really good. Definitely. The final anime I have for you this week is an anime called Ixion Saga DT. It's both an online game and an anime, and both the game and anime follow Kon Hokazi, a boy who embarks on a journey from our world to an alternate world known as Mira, which is full of mysterious energy known as Alma. After saving Princess Ekalate from attackers, he soon finds himself in the middle of a struggle around Alma. So obviously, the mysterious energy is some form of power source, and two or more factions want to control it, and well, what more do you want? It looks awesome. It's a game and an anime. So check this one out. Doesn't come out until October, unfortunately, but it... So at the end of another week of What's New Japan, I've told you about an anime which is also an online game. An anime which is based on a card game, and an anime where a young girl becomes a local deity. Yes, there may have been a lot of product placement in this week's What's New Japan, but hopefully next week will be better. I'm still Ray. This has been another episode of What's New Japan. Catch you on the flip side.